All right, guys, it's day 11, and I'm super excited about this one. I know and I love this one. Ailsa Bay, single malt Scotch, no age statement. But this is a lowland distillery that proves that just because something is in a region doesn't mean that it has to taste like the typical dominant flavor characteristics of that region. Ailsa Bay was started in 2007 on the same site as Girvan, from what I understand, the Girvan Grain Distillery, and owned by Grants, and they were looking to create their own single malt blend, single malt whiskey to replace Balvenie in their Grants blends. And so they built this one, and if you look at the pictures, the stills were shaped the same as the ones at Balvenie, basically. But the one they're releasing as a single malt is, holy crap, fantastic. It's so good. It's smoky and peaty and it's briny. You would swear you were getting an island or an Ailsa. It doesn't have the heavy, dark phenol sherry notes of the Springbanks and the Campbelltowns, but oh man, so good. Finally, something I'm excited about. I mean, Cardo was all right, but and the last few were okay. I liked that Row & Co. So, okay, there's been some things. I'll take it all back. Oh man, you could just live in this nose all day long. It's sort of more of a light, dusty smoke, or like a chalkboard kind of powdery ash, maybe. And oh man, okay, let's try it. I got a little hint of bacon bits there for a second. Oh, it's light. It's refreshing. It's just sort of reminding me of Brooklotic Organic, Lefroy Lore, and Ardbegg's Dark Cove. These light and sparkly and complex smoky whiskeys. There's a honey sweetness to it. Man, it's so good. I'm excited. I'm really excited to see what Ailsa Bay is going to get to as they get older, right? Now, you remember my theory, which is if you like whiskey, you have never lived in a better time than now. You're living in the golden age of whiskey. More people are trying more interesting new things. More old distilleries are trying new, interesting things. People are opening up new things. There's never been a better time to get to live and try interesting things or look forward to interesting things. I mean, Ailsa Bay is only 10 years old, almost 11 years old now. And imagine when they release a 16, or if they could release a 12-year-old age statement, or just a really focused, all the cask variations they're gonna get to do if they didn't all go to blends. Damn, more people need to know about Ailsa Bay. I'm a huge fan of no age statement, as much as, let me rephrase that. I don't think that no age statement whiskeys should be judged on whether or not they're no age statement. They should be judged on whether or not they're good. End. And if you don't like it, then you shouldn't shit on no age statement just because you don't like that one. You should shit on somebody making a bad whiskey. Or a whiskey you don't like. But I think age is irrelevant. Try things. If you like them, then hats off to the master distiller. If you don't, move on. Someone else is going to love that. That's what makes it so hard to make recommendations, but it's also what's so hard to critique things or give you opinions, because it's so subjective. So subjective. So it's fun, and it's fun to try things, and it's fun when somebody says, I get this, and you go, ah, me too. That feels good. It makes you feel like you're not alone in the world, but at the end of the day, whether you like something or not, that's all that really matters. And I, in the last year, have tried some really fantastic no-age statement whiskeys that I just grateful. I'm grateful to be able to have had them. All right, one more sip. The drama went down a little bit now that I let it open up and sit for a second. It's about 5 minutes old now, and it got a little more mild. The smoke is still there. It's not as pointy. Got a little more honey, but there's a little bit of a spice still on the back end. Man, if you poured that and told me it was an Islay, I would believe you in a heartbeat. I would be totally fooled by this whiskey. Yeah, damn good. All right. Until tomorrow, may your crazy stay this side of legal, and may you return before we have time to miss you. Cheers.